Hi there, this is Paige, a Stamp Girl here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you the cards that I made for the Smash That Small Paper Pad Collab 2020. This is hosted by my friend Deb, who is Deb Hauk's Crafty Cottage here on YouTube, and down below I'll leave a link to all the participants in this collaboration. So I pulled out from my stash this paper collection. It's not really a paper pad, but it's 6x6 papers. And sorry, I should have had that done ahead of time. It doesn't, I can't find a company name on here, but there's 24 sheets. It's called Tropical Rainforest. And there's 12 designs, 2 of each, and it's definitely paper. It's very thin. Now I have to say that some of the designs were not my style, but I gave it a go and worked on it for quite a while. I started out by pulling out one sheet of each design, and then some of the designs were little background patterns, and I used both of those. But I started out pulling out one of each design to make cards with. And after I got done making those cards, I was just kind of tired of it, just kind of over this paper pad, and I think that's going to be my own self-rule, is that, you know, I've got so much paper in my stash that I'm just going to use the paper I really enjoy. So if I have a paper pad or a paper stack where I don't like all the designs, I'm going to give myself permission not to use it all. And because I have plenty to choose from that I do like. But I even have some pieces that I cut up ready to use on cards, and it was finally, I got to move on and start working on some other projects. So I'm done with that. But the cards that I made, I followed some templates from Jess Crafts. She gives a one-sheet wonder cutting guide, and then she shows how she uses those pieces together to make a card. So I just print them out from her website, jesscrafts.com, and I keep them in this binder along with my sheet load templates, so that when I need a card sketch idea or a cutting guide, I can just pull that out. So I followed her, or I started following her cutting guide, and then as my paper needed to go in a different direction or whatever, I just kind of changed. But they were based on her templates and cutting guides. So these 3 cards used flamingos to stamp from the Stamps of Life, and I just stamped and die cut this flamingo, and then I also die cut it from this Stampin' Up! Foam adhesive sheets, so that you can die cut it and it's sticky on both sides, so you stick your one part to one side and then the back side becomes a sticker. And then the Tickled Pink to Have You As My Friend was from the same stamp set, and of course I just chose it because of the flamingos. But I've got that card, and then I have these 2 cards. And then for some of them I just did the scrap of paper on the inside. When I ran out of scraps, then the insides of those cards are just blank. But so I've got 2 of each. The World Needs More of What You Are. These are some border stickers from Love from Lizzie. That's blank inside. This is popped up with dimensionals, and then some rhinestones and Stampin' Up! Ribbon. My sentiments came from lots of different stamp sets. Most of them were from Stampin' Up! Here's another version. Same design, just a different sentiment. Wishing you every kind of wonderful. And that's where I put the scrap. This one is, what's this I hear? Well, all I can say is ... and then you finish writing your message on the inside. I think with the stamp set there was something you could stamp on the inside, but I decided to leave the inside blank to make it look like you're continuing the sentence on your own. Use some glitter enamel dots from Stampin' Up! To embellish, and the ribbons on my cards are from Stampin' Up! As well. And I've got this one, Thinking of You with All My Heart. I used the clear little acrylic hearts from Stampin' Up! And just used my Poppy Parade blend marker to color those red. There were 2 butterfly patterns in this paper pad. This was one of them. And then this was the other butterfly. Slightly different color blues. So here I use some of the in-color butterfly embellishments from Stampin' Up! And then these were some embellishments from a paper pumpkin kit that were left over. And then this one is Thanks for Being Marvelous. And then this was some leaf ribbon from Stampin' Up! That they sold at one time. I was happy to use it because I have a big whole roll of it and haven't used a whole lot of it yet, but when I saw this pattern I thought I can use that ribbon. So I've got these as well, The Adventure Begins. So those are my cards that I made for Smash That Small Paper Pad. I didn't smash it. And I've got some pieces cut to make cards for another time. I'm not going to get rid of it yet. I'm going to set it aside, and if I don't pull it out within a year, then I am going to get rid of it. I think I'm going to mark my things. I'm going to mark my things in some way so that I know if I've opened it up again. So maybe I'll put a seal down here that you have to tear, and then that will give me an idea whether or not I used it again. And if I didn't by this time next year, then I'll go through my stash and say, oh, you haven't used that in a year. You obviously don't need to hang on to it anymore. So anyway, that's just a organizing idea you might want to try. But I want to thank you for joining me. And now I'm off to create.